I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will discuss how to solve polynomial inequalities. The question for us is minus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 1 times x minus 2 greater than 0. Now this is an inequality since we have greater than sign here, so there is no equal to sign. And for understanding a concept, what we have done here is we have taken the polynomial in the factored form. So I'll show you two different methods by which we can solve polynomial inequalities. Now the first one here is by graph. So first one we'll do by graph. Now this is the best method to use whenever you're given factored form of polynomial equations. And let us see how easy it is. So in the test paper, if choice is given to you, you should actually graph and write down the solution. Let me show you how. Whenever you want to sketch graph of polynomials, you need to check first the zeros. So let's call the zeros. Starting from left side, x plus 3 is 0 for x equals to minus 3. Then we have at x equals to minus 1. And we also have a 0 at x equals to 2. Once you know the zeros, you need to see the order or multiplicity of 0. So each is linear, right? So you could write linear, or you could just write 1, right? So that really means that at the 0, graph will cross like a line, right? So the graph will cross, let me write down here, like that. We'll review our graphing techniques also. Graph crosses x-axis linearly, like a line, right? At zeros. In this case, all of them are linear. Now, once we know this, we can now sketch using degree and the leading coefficient. Degree for this particular polynomial is when you multiply them, you get x cubed, right? So degree is 3, that is to say odd degree, right? And leading coefficient, let me write leading coefficient in short, minus 2 times all this will give us negative 2. So it's negative. So it's negative. Now it means what? Negative leading coefficient means right side down, right? Right down. And odd degree means opposite ends. So this is the review of graphing polynomials. Correct. Now let's get back to the real question, which is solving inequality. So let us see how to solve this inequality using a graph. So let's say this is the x-axis. So we are not making any scale on the y-axis. On the x-axis, let's mark all the zeros. The zeros are at minus 3, minus 1, and plus 2. So let's say this is minus 3, this is minus 1, and then this is plus 2, right? So these are the zeros for us, minus 3, minus 1, and plus 2. Now degree is odd, that means opposite ends. Leading coefficient negative, right side is down. So we know the behaviors, kind of right side is down, right? So opposite ends means kind of like this. Linear means the graph will cross like a straight line, correct? So let me now sketch the polynomial. So we'll just make a rough sketch. The idea here is to solve the inequality and to understand how to do it with the help of a graph. So that is the function given to us, right? So let's say this is a y value. Now what are we interested in? We are interested in finding interval where the polynomial is greater than 0. That means it is positive. Is it okay? Greater than 0. And clearly, if you see on this line, on the left side of minus 3, it is greater than 0. Anywhere in between minus 1 and 2, it is greater than 0. So you can read the solution from the graph right? It just takes a minute to sketch such a graph, right? And so you can say the answer is when, so you can say x belongs to real numbers when x is less than -3, or x is between -1 and 2, right? So we'll write -1 here, x there, and between 2. Is it okay? So between x and 2. So that is the set notation. At times there are other notations which you can also use. One, of course, is the number line as shown here. So number line, you could always say that it is between, on the left side of -3, correct, between -1 and 2, right? So that becomes the solution on a number line. And in the interval, you can say it is from -infinity to -3, union or and, you can use anything, or you could write and, from -1 to 2, not including these points since it is greater than 0. I hope that helps. So the idea here is, if you are given a choice to solve a polynomial inequality, use graphing methods. By now you are an expert in graphing polynomials. Make a rough sketch and then write down the solution as we have done here. Now in the next video we'll discuss how to do it by testing values in different intervals. Now that is the method which sometimes will be specified, so you need to know that method also. So let's look into the same question but a different method. I hope that helps. I'm Anil Kumar. Subscribe and share my videos. Thank you and all the best.